Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a pick a card reading for love confessions, why they aren't reaching out. So I do want to say one thing, that if somebody really wants to talk to you, I feel like they will find a way and they will make a way to contact you. This is for people who feel that they have a very strong connection with somebody in love, but for whatever reason, this person hasn't been able to make contact or has been out of contact. So what we're doing with this spread is we're going to look and see where this person is at in their life right now, like what's going on, why they haven't been able to make contact with you or they haven't been able to reach out. Then we're going to look at their feelings for you and what they would say if they were in contact with you or they were able to make that contact. So keep in mind, this is a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone. Trust in yourself first and foremost. I wouldn't make any impulsive decisions based off of this reading here. This is just something for you to consider, or maybe a reading to entertain you. Just keep that in mind. But we're going to go ahead and look deeper into this situation. Hold in your mind the question you have or the person that you're interested in, and we're going to look into this. I have 3 different spreads for you to choose between to make this message more personalized. So you can choose number 1, the vulture feather, number 2, the parrot feather, or number 3, the hawk feather. If you choose number 1, we're going to get started, and if you choose any of the other numbers, head to the description or the comments below where my lovely subscribers always post the timestamps for me. Case in point, I am dyslexic, I mix things up sometimes, and so I'm really thankful that you guys are able to help me put the numbers down for when you can fast forward to get your reading. Thank you guys so much. It's a little thing, but it makes a huge difference for me. And I really appreciate you guys all and your support. If this happens to resonate with you, leave a comment. If it doesn't resonate or if it sounds off, then maybe click on to another reading of mine or just take some time to journal about how you feel. Maybe if something doesn't resonate, it can still help you realize what does. Sometimes you get a reading and you're like, wait, that's not the answer, but hearing the opposite of what it is can help you figure out what you want, if that makes sense. Just don't hold it against me because you guys, this is a general reading that's not meant for everyone. So let's get started. Number 1. So where is this person at right now in their life? What's going on with them? Wow. Okay, so first of all, we're getting the 3 of Swords here. And I think a lot of you guys that know tarot will know what the 3 of Swords is. It's a card that's very dark and very complex. And it's not really a very happy card. You know, there's some cards in the tarot that can be seen as neutral or that you can kind of place a good energy on them. This card is kind of intense. I mean, this is talking about someone that has lied to them or betrayed them or cheated on them or some kind of heartbreak, or vice versa. It could mean that they've done this to someone else. Maybe this person has betrayed you or somehow you betrayed them. It can go both ways, or it could just be one-sided. And maybe this doesn't have to do with you. For some of you guys, this could be that they are recovering from a heartbreak from another person, not related to you. If some of you guys will know immediately though, if this has to do with you. So they have a lot of emotional entanglement and confusion going on. And when you see this card and this is how someone feels and this is their energy and what's going on with them, it's best for this person not to make any decisions right now and to just wait for their heart to mend. So they're healing right now. And we haven't looked into why they haven't been able to reach out. This honestly might answer the question right here. They're healing. They're in a confused state and they need time to just be on their own and kind of mend. And I think it's really natural for people to kind of withdraw when they're going through healing. I remember I went through something like this and I kind of withdrew myself from my friends and people I knew for a little while and kind of just spent time in my own cocoon to kind of heal and like figure stuff out. It's very natural to want to spend time in solitude while you're healing. And so this is saying that this is going to be good for them though. Like sometimes you see this card and you're like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. Are they going to be okay? Are they going to make it through? And this is a bright card, a cheery card, a positive card. It's the Ace of Bows from the Wildwood Tarot, the spark of life, like talking about the cycle of life, how death leads to rebirth, how this pain and this loss and this grieving process, you come out on the other side with like a rebirth period, and you know what you want, and like you can set goals to move forward. It's like this is like a big turning point for them. So this is a huge challenge for them, but it does lead to an opportunity, and I do feel like they're learning new skills through this, and they're very focused on their healing right now. So it might be something they're conscious of, or it might be something that's very happening subconscious. Keep in mind, people can put on a mask. Like when I was going through this kind of stuff in my life, I like was posting selfies smiling, and I was, you know, just trying to be chill. And like if I did hang out with someone or go to work, of course, I wasn't walking around. Like you tend to want to hide this kind of stuff, and I wasn't really telling a lot of people about it. So you might not know that this person's going through this. You might be aware of it, you might not. But this is kind of what's happening within them. It seems very private. It seems like something that's very personal, but it's going to end up healing them and helping them. It's going to be good for them. But it's very painful, whatever it is. Lies, cheating, is something they did or something that was done to them or something that mutually happened. Could have to do with love. So that's what they're going through. Next, we're going to see like why we're here for this reading, basically. Like, why haven't they been reaching out? Why haven't they been able to make contact? Why haven't you heard from them? And this is saying that they do think of you. They do think of you, like you're in their mind for sure. It's just they're in a transition right now. And like these cards literally answered the question already, but as you can see, like they're going through this healing process, so they're in a transition to a lot of change, and they're getting ready to set goals and like figure out like some new manifestations. Like they're gonna decide if they want to, you know, go to school or go back to school, or like move somewhere, or like take a new job, or like, you know, create something new in their life, or make a choice. And like it seems like career related, finances related, but it could be anything else. So they're getting ready to make a big choice, and it's like they need all of their energy. They need like all of their emotional, mental, physical, spiritual strength focus on them right now to be able to make that decision. So it just seems like a timing thing, honestly. This is a card talking about setting intentions, deciding what they want, setting goals, and they're in a transition right now that's part of the healing process that's leading them to this. So once again, if you're worried about this person, obviously you care about them, they will be victorious. They're going to be doing really great. They're heading towards like an upcycle in life. They're heading to a time of a lot of opportunity, and it might be that this person's headed away from you. For some people, I really feel like this person could be headed away from you, unfortunately, but not for everyone. That doesn't resonate, don't worry about it, you'll see what happens, but I feel like the path could be taking them away, but it's a positive thing for them. They're going to be growing, there's going to be a victory, they're preparing for future challenges, there's a lot of success, there's a lot of support coming in their life, they're going to get their passion and their energy back. And so, but you're definitely on their mind. But I feel like this might be why they're not reaching out. It could be for some of them, the path is literally taking them away. For others, it's like they're just really caught up with this healing process. They need to keep their energy to themselves, and like so they can set goals. That's what I'm seeing here. Now we're going to see what their feelings are for you in the situation. Like, how do they feel about you in the situation? I'm kind of leaving this open just to see what's going on here. So maybe you guys have been in a relationship in the past for some of you, and I feel like it was really a really great relationship. You guys were really happy together, but it almost was like in some ways they felt stuck, like they couldn't manifest something they wanted, or maybe you guys kind of got stuck together, if that makes sense. That's happened to me in a relationship before. Looking back on it, I dated this one person, we had a great relationship, but we just both weren't moving forward together, and like random stuff happened that caused us to break up. And then it was like right after I got out of that relationship, there were all these opportunities and all these things that were moving me forward. And it was just like, I look back and I realized like I grew as far as I could with that person, and it was just time to move forward. And sometimes that happens. Doesn't mean the person was wrong for you. Some people come into your life for a certain amount of time, and something else is meant to come later. You can still love them from afar, send them love and light. So for some of you guys, that's kind of what I see. For the rest of you, if you didn't have a past relationship and this is someone you connected with briefly, or you had a little something with, or a crush or something like that, I think that some of them are considering wanting to be in a relationship with you and wanting to explore that. And I feel like it's something new. This is for people, I feel like this will mostly apply to people who haven't actually been in a relationship with this person. They're thinking about it and they see the potential here, but it might just be like they have to figure some stuff out first. They got to figure out their foundation. They have to figure out, am I going to stay here? Am I going to go somewhere? Maybe whatever type of move or goal they're setting can actually change like their proximity to you or something like that. So I do feel like regardless, this person definitely has, you know, some feelings there. There's a connection. There's like a happiness that they feel when they think about you. So next, we're going to get our final message here. And this is basically like what they would say to you if they could. This may resonate for some, may not, but this is like what they would say. So I'm going to say it as if they're saying it to you. So basically what they would say is something like, look, I'm trying to like come up with ideas right now and figure out some different ways I can move forward and I can create a good foundation. I can create some finances in my life. They're like, I am finally starting to feel more empowered. For a while I was kind of down, or I was going through something, or I was sad, or maybe the breakup with you made me sad, or maybe something they went through with someone else made them sad. But they're just like, I need to empower myself right now. I can't have anything or anyone holding me back. And it's not like you hold me back. It's just, I know right now I'm going to do better alone. And I'm really putting all my energy into trying to create some kind of miracle. And I know I have to trust myself. And right now my inner self is telling me that I have to go it alone. And so at least for the time being, you know, I still think of you. I feel good energy about you, but I've got to do me. So I feel like that's kind of what they would say. All right. So I hope something like that, or that would be the energy behind it, or that would be the vibe behind it. So I hope that resonates with you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I'll see you later. Peace out. So for those of you guys who choose number 2, let's go ahead and look into this message. Let's look into this energy. So what we're going to do first is look into what's going on in this person's life right now in general. Like in general, what's going on with them? Where are they at in the life cycle? So, okay. This person is, it's funny to see the Hermit card reversed. I don't see that very often. And it's a huge sign that this person is like getting out there and making stuff happen in their life. So they're making a lot of friends, they're making a lot of connections, and they're having like a really good time, honestly. They're connecting with people synchronistically. They're getting a lot of opportunities and a lot of offers. I just got this vision that some of these people, not all of them obviously, but some of them that you're interested in, like, could be in school, because I feel like there's this energy of like the dorm life and the friends and like meeting people from all these different places and connection. If it's not that, it might be like some type of job they have where they're connecting with a lot of people. I just feel like there's a new situation or something that's come where they're connecting with a lot of different people and a lot of different energies, and most of them are very beneficial. And this is the generosity card. Like, they're giving from their heart's place. They're doing something, or they're participating in something that's really coming from their heart. So maybe, like, let's say the person you're interested in loves to act. It's like they've joined an acting class and they're doing what they love and they're helping others. And maybe it's like they got into some program where they're volunteering or something like that. Maybe even they're traveling. For some of these people, could be traveling, having new experiences. It feels like new experiences, new people. They're giving from their heart space. Like they're in a really good place right now. But this is the lone wolf card. This is them living the single life. So if you're interested in a person that is not living the single life and is with another person, you might want to pick one of these other ones, because I feel like this is definitely an energy of a person that is like single and is just playing the field and is just having fun and is like enjoying their time being single and is just open to all these different energies and is like really in their prime, if that makes sense. If you still really feel called to this reading, even if this person is with someone else, I kind of feel like it could be that they're with someone, but their heart isn't in it, or their heart isn't dedicated, or it's like an open relationship, or they're thinking about leaving that relationship, where they're very independent of that relationship. So that could also apply. But yeah, I just feel like single, mingling, really enjoying life. They're in a good place energetically. So next we're going to see like what has been preventing them from reaching out to you or being in contact with you. So, sorry, I gotta plug my phone back in. There we go. Okay, so this is interesting. Well, I do see you guys have a very strong connection. I was kind of thinking after seeing the first couple cards, the energy I was feeling, maybe this person just wants to play the field and they don't really have a strong bias towards one person. But to be honest, this person definitely does feel something for you, because we're seeing like the soulmate twin flame card here, and we're seeing the tenderness card. So I feel like this person isn't reaching out because they have a struggle with what they want to say to you. They have a struggle with like, what should they say? And it might even just be they're feeling indecisive about what they want. There's a part of them that knows this connection with you is something big. And they feel differently about you than they feel with anyone else they've been hooking up with or seeing or flirting with or whatever. So there's strong feelings here, but it's a conflict. It's a conflict. The struggle is, you know, they're really happy on this path and they're wondering like, is it time for this? Would I be happy on this path? Like, you know, they feel like maybe they're going to have to sacrifice something to connect with you. Maybe they know that you expect a lot. Not like there's anything wrong with that. It's just they know that you want a relationship, or they want to do right by you, or they want to be able to give you some answers. Maybe you've spoken to them before. Maybe you've written them and confessed your feelings, or you've like tried to tell them how you feel, or you've tried to just kind of throw like a line out and see if you can catch them, and this person's been kind of aloof. And I think they know that if they engage any more with you, they might risk leading you on. And it doesn't mean they don't have feelings for you. It's just they don't want to lead you on if they're happy on this path they're already on. You know what I mean? So, and part of them is also just like, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm confused about what to say is another reason. So now we're going to see what their feelings are for you. And we got a little bit of that already, but I just want to check and clarify that. So they definitely think of you highly. They see you as the daughter of Pentacles, and it doesn't necessarily mean that this daughter message does not mean that you're a female. If you identify as like they or he, it doesn't matter. Anyone could be the daughter of Pentacles. This is just more of a divine feminine energy, meaning that this is somebody who's very receptive and very expressive and very artistic. So they see you as somebody who's hardworking and responsible, somebody who handles details and logistics well, someone who has a lot of inner strength, someone who thrives when they're in nature. They see you as like a very sensitive, emotional creature, and someone that is very gifted and talented. We see this rainbow above, like they see a shining light around you. Like they definitely feel tender for you. They like your sensitive side, and And so they think about that when they think of you. And they see you and they feel like you could be a new beginning, like you bring new beginnings everywhere you go, and they like that fresh energy you have. They also think you're fun. So they think like, oh, this is someone I can have fun with. But overall, the way they feel is they're afraid of attachment. They're afraid to get codependent with someone or attached. They really are enjoying the single life. Like they're really enjoying their independence, and they're worried like, is this connection gonna be too codependent, or is this gonna just be like, is this too attached for me? Like it's just a fear of being attached to someone. It could be like an unhealthy fear, and for some of them it might be healthy. It might just be like, you know what, I don't want a connection right now, even if I feel tenderness and stuff like that. So they see you highly, and there's an attraction there, but this is like this is what puts them off. So next we're gonna see like, what would they say to you if they could? And take this with a grain of salt, because everyone's different. Everyone has different styles of expression. This is more like the energy or the vibe, maybe not the exact words they would say, but potentially if they were to talk to you, what would they say? So it's like they'd say something like, I've changed a lot since you knew me, or since the last time we talked. And I can see more clearly the things I want. And I'm at a place in my life where like I'm really manifesting things and I'm really turning things around. Maybe the last time you talked to me, I was having trouble with my finances, or where I lived, or what I wanted to do, or I was like in a time where I needed help, or I needed support, or like I was kind of freaking out about something. Maybe I told you that, maybe I didn't, but that's what was going on. But now everything has changed, and I know what I want, and I'm feeling strong on my own, and I have a connection with my higher self, and I have a connection with myself, and I just feel like I know what I want, and I don't want to lead you on. I don't want to say anything that's going to make you think I want a commitment, because I'm at this point, I'm not sure if I want a commitment or not. I'm not sure if I want to pursue someone or not. I like to have fun. I like to flirt. I like to connect with people. I like to be in the moment. I like, to have adventures and different experiences, but I know that you're the kind of person that wants, a commitment. You want to know how I feel. You want to know what I want, and I don't know if that's something I can give to you. And if I contact you any further, I might hurt you, or I might tell you something that upsets you, and it's just a personal thing, and I can't even really put it into words how I'm feeling, or what I want or what I don't want. Honestly, I just don't really want to think about that right now. I just want to be in the moment. I want to keep enjoying what I've got going for me, and I don't want to chase after anyone right now. So there's a lot of changes happening. Maybe in the future things will change, but this is where I'm at right now. So that's kind of the message. I really feel like I channeled that person. I don't know, let me guys know what you think, but that's kind of the message I'm getting. So it's just like a kind of a timing thing, like a not right now thing. And, there's a strong connection with you guys. So I see why you're doing this reading and why you clicked on it, why you're like interested in this person, but I wouldn't take it personally. Just seeing what I've seen here, I would just kind of wait. I would take an approach of just wait and see. But remember, this is a general reading. May not apply with everyone. Do what you're gonna do, live your life, trust your heart, okay? So now we're moving on to number 3. Just gonna refresh my energy. So many different energies we've been exploring in this reading. So, number 3, if you choose the hawk feather. First, what we're going to do, sorry, I'm going to try to make this look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing for you guys. Okay, so first what we're going to do is we're going to look into what's been going on in this person's life in general right now. Like what's going on, where are they at in the life cycle, that can give us some insight. So, this person has been through a lot, okay? But who hasn't? This is life, we're in a world of contrast, up and down, hot and cold, dark and light, positive and negative, good and evil. Like, this is a world of contrast. So, we all kind of get tumbled around here in this crazy journey. But this person in particular has had a really rough start in their life. And so they're starting to realize, though, that everything that's happened to them has been part of their destiny. I'm going to pull myself into this as an example. Hope you don't mind. My past was incredibly rough and crazy, and I just felt cursed for a while. But once I got older and started to realize, like, I'm an empath, I'm really artistic, I want to help others, I realized that all the crap I went through actually helped me to be able to help others, like help me to have a deeper understanding, a deeper empathy for the human condition. And so in a way, like, my greatest weakness became my greatest strength. In a way, the struggles I had, I was able to transmute that and turn it into something positive that would help other people. And so I feel like that's kind of what this person's doing. They went through a lot of crap, and it could have been just backstabbed by people, or family crap, or just like they got off the path, or like didn't do well in school, or like got sucked into a toxic workplace, or, you know, they were bullied when they were younger, or it could just be all of the above and more stuff. But it's caused this person to be kind of withdrawn and more secretive because they don't know who they can trust. And rightfully so. This person has learned to have really strong boundaries. They've kind of put up a wall to a lot of people. But the wall's coming down, and I feel like there's a lot of opportunities surrounding them, and like they're starting to really connect with their destiny and their purpose. It's like that whole know thyself thing. Like, they're really starting to know who they are and what they want. And so it's really exciting for them because the universe is opening up to them with more possibilities. The more that they change their perspective and they shift their perspective, the more that they can see is possible. It's a really great time for them. So I also feel like they were on this one path, though, for a long time, where they focused their goal on like this one effort, and they kept going in this one direction. And then they realized this path isn't for me. So they literally had to like get off this path, and they learned how to become more aware of their thoughts and their patterns, and like they're learning how to like think like just better for their life, more positive. Basically, I just see a big perception shift here and a huge change in their path or direction. This is the card of somebody who's like dropped out of school, or who has quit that job, or who just like packs everything in their car and drives across the country and moves somewhere else, or like takes, you know, a big opportunity comes their way, they jump on it, like some big change has happened, some big shift has happened, and it's really for the better. And it's like finally life is doing them a solid. So next we're gonna see like why they haven't been able to reach out to you, why they've like not been in contact, like what's preventing them from that, like what's going on there, okay? So the first card we're seeing is fear. So they have a little bit of a fear when it comes to you. I kind of want to peek ahead at this. Okay. So they have a little bit of a fear when it comes to you. Like, I think it's not just you. Like I said, they have a little bit of a wall up that's coming down. They don't know who they can trust. So they're a little worried. They're like, can I trust you? Can I not? And right now their fear is greater than their willingness to connect with you. And that happens sometimes. That's happened to me, where I've been so afraid to connect with someone in love that like, even if I have strong feelings, I just wouldn't say anything because I was afraid of rejection, or I was afraid of what they would say, or like, you know. And so I kind of feel like that's what's going on here. They're like afraid to reach out, and they don't really have the willingness to. It's almost like they don't want to. I also feel like so much in their life has fallen apart, like I mentioned in the past, that they might think that you are part of that. They might have this perception like whatever happened between you, or the connection with you, is like over, or it's just gone. And maybe they're just really trying to have fresh starts, and they want everything to be new in their life. They're also really trying to protect themselves. So this really just seems like they're kind of timid, you know. They don't know what your motives are. They don't know what you want. They're kind of like about it, you know. Now their feelings for you, they have an open mind. I feel like you might be someone different than they would usually expect to connect with. Like, let's say they really like blondes, but you're a brunette, you know what I mean? Or it could be something physical or aesthetic, or it could be like, usually they connect with people that are really nerdy, but you're kind of more like free spirit, like kind of more intuitive type person versus book smart or whatever. It could be, those are just really random, like simple explanations, but it could be something kind of like that where you're kind of an opposite for them. But I feel like that yin yang energy you guys have is like what makes like you really attractive to this person, like for sure. Part of their heart does feel dedicated to you. They definitely, I just feel like you guys have had a past together, or you've had a connection, and maybe it's even past life. And so they feel that draw, they feel that connection. And I think they also feel like they would have to really go out of their way to make this happen. Because we saw the willingness card. Like maybe there's distance that's separating you guys, or maybe they would have to really expose themselves and be vulnerable to make this happen. Now we see the devil card. So it's like, to see the devil when it's like, how do they feel about you is kind of weird. I don't feel like it's like they literally see you as the devil. That's not like, they're not trying to insult you or anything here. I just feel like this has to do with honesty. Like they'd have to be completely honest if they were to reveal themselves to you. This might also mean that they think about you a lot. Like it's more of a fantasy. It's more of an addiction in their mind versus something they might actually act on. So maybe this is someone that's flirted with you, or like you guys have hooked up in the past, or you dated a little bit, or you guys kind of saw each other or something, but it's more a fantasy to them. And it's like, maybe you really feel like this is a connection, and they led you on for a bit, and now they disappeared and you're like, what the heck? And for them, it seems like there's more of a fear to actually have something real with you, and it's easier for them just to keep it in their mind as a fantasy. And so it's like they're gonna have to consciously make a decision to like pursue you in order to make this happen. I feel like the ball is really in their court. So this is an interesting one. So let's go ahead and see like what would they say to you if they could. If they were to reach out, what would the energy or the tone of it be? Like what's a true confession from this person? And I'm going to say it as if I was this person. Now keep in mind, everyone has different expression styles. This is a general reading, may not resonate with everyone, disclaimers and all that. But what's the general vibe or energy behind it? So seeing these cards, I feel like they would say something like, look, I do really like you. I do think you're attractive. I do think that you've got it going on. But I'm at this place in my life where I'm kind of doing a more just kind of wait and see approach. I'm trying to have endurance right now because life is finally doing me a solid. And I'm still not at that point where like I've stopped looking over my shoulder. I've transformed everything in my life. I have a fresh start. I have a new beginning, and I just want everything around me to be new, and love might be the furthest thing on my mind, but I still fantasize about you. I still think about you and what we had, or I still think about the vibes between us. You're on my mind. And when I think about you, I get excited, but I have to have compassion for myself right now. I have to really lay low right now and have endurance. I'm waiting for some things to work out. And I feel like if I get sidetracked or do anything else, it's all gonna fall apart. I feel like I'm gonna screw things up with you, with my life, with everything. I haven't learned to trust myself yet. I haven't learned to trust other people as a result. So I can't really, connect right now. Maybe I'll learn in the future, but I'm not there yet. So that's kind of what I feel. That's the energy I'm getting for this person. Let me know what you guys think. This is kind of a different reading. I did something like this in the past. It got a lot of views. It got a lot of likes. It got a lot of comments, and people were like, do it again, do it again. And so here I am. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope this resonates and clears things up for you. And I want to thank you guys all for your support. Some of you guys are asking, how do I support you? How do I support the channel? Obviously, subscribe, like, comment, whatnot. But I do receive sponsors for this channel, and to sponsor me, all you have to do is purchase a reading. So if you want a reading from me, a personal reading, head to my website, promiseharmony.com/services, Everyone who purchases readings allows me to be able to have the time to do these types of free readings on my channel. And I want to say thank you to my sponsors, because I recently purchased some ASMR like equipment and microphones and stuff like that, which I had been saving for a while, and I'm really happy and thankful for that. The channel is going to be changing in the future. Like, you guys are going to notice the film is going to get better, the graphics and stuff are going to get better. Like, it's going to be a lot less lo-fi than just me and my phone and my blanket. You guys are going to see some really cool changes that are going to make the readings a little bit more interactive and like just a little bit more clean and a better experience with everything, the sound, the music. And that's all thanks to everyone who's been supporting and sponsoring this channel. So a big thank you to you guys. I can't wait to share with you guys the new changes that are coming. Same readings, same style, same me, just cleaner aesthetic. So awesome. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you later. Peace out.